Pew, pew, pew.
Pew,
Pew,
pew.
pew. Pew.
Pew.
Pew, pew.
I have no pew left.
You have no pew left. We've been busy little pew pews today.
For a couple of days.
For a couple of days. Yeah.
What's up, Trip H?
So what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Rustic Traditions Homestead making lemonade. Wow, your channel name does that to me. She does
Making lemonade from lemons.
Right, and her channel does it to me all the time. Breakaway in the house, Mama Z.
April, what's up?
Lady T. Survival. 4 kids in a farm.
Look at those martinis, yes sir. Somebody show that. Somebody doesn't show. I was gonna say somebody better show
April.
that. Geeky Gardens.
Trip H. I am the game. City Girl. Country Heart.
Hey, can you
Can I do what?
Yeah, we're pewless today. I'm
trying to say hi to
sore.
everybody, and you more worried about this crazy phone.
Naked Gardeners. I hope whoever is saying hey is not driving.
Geeky Gardens. Okay, so let me start over. Four kids in a farm. Breakaway Homestead. April Hill. Lady T Survival. Triple H. I am the game. Geeky Gardens. Mama Z. Mama Z. Mama Z. The City Girl Country Heart. The Naked Gardeners. Plural. They were over here playing in the mud with us today.
So bad. I'm running a fever from gnat bites. Yeah, so Dee had graduation parties this week, so Songbird, what's up? Hello, Melissa. So she's been outside a lot.
But were you practicing social distancing there?
Actually,
Dee?
they probably were. She showed me a picture of her tutorial on the keyboard. Nice. They had their trucks set up. And they put their...
I know, you told me about it.
Yeah, so they put their seats...
Darn golf in the house! What's up?
They put their chairs, lawn chairs, in the beds of their trucks, and they all parked so that they were away from each other. So it was pretty cool.
Oh.
Puny poo, pew pews. So, we talked to you guys last Saturday, and we told you that there was a possibility that we would talk to Blaze.
Yeah.
And then some of y'all joined us on Sunday morning. Mm-hmm. I had an awesome Mother's Day. The girls, with the help of Dee, they put together a great brunch, and Jason helped get all of the stuff together.
Dee had me running around. Like, at one point, I finally was like, with Dee, I was like, let my people go.
So,
no, but Dee had a fabulous idea for Mother's Day for you, and she told us exactly what to do, and we did it. And Dee is one of them women you can't tell no because she doesn't hear it. Mm-mm. You'd be like, no, we don't have that, and she's like, and so when you go get this.
So let me tell you a funny story to segue to that real quick. So Dee bought Carol and Ladessa some shirts to wear, these cute little shirts. And today, Carol and I were going to the feed to go get feed, and Dee actually asked me, she said, hey, you never told me if Carol's shirt fit.
I need to interrupt you. We've made it.
We're on the big TV.
We're on the big TV.
Yeah,
it
very
went
cool.
swept. What's up? We're big time now.
So she...
You just
Dee
leave me
said,
hanging like
yeah,
that.
I was. I thought you were going to give yourself a high five. I don't know. So Dee says, you never told me if Carol liked your shirt. And Carol likes to pick out her own clothes. And so she likes the color, but she's not comfortable with the style yet. But I explained to Carol that Dee even did that with me when we first started. I said, remember when Miss Dee started with me, I wasn't very comfortable with some of the stuff that she was having me try. I said, and now I love it. I said, so you're just going to have to just wear it and love it, because eventually you will love it. And she's like, I already like it, but you know, it's just a little bit girly for me. And I was like, welcome to the welcome to the club. Like, Dee in your life, that's gonna happen. And And she was just so cute. She's like, but I love Dee. So she's got this cute pink, like a rose pink color, dark pink color shirt. It's really cute. And then Ladessa's got this little blue shirt that she loves. She can't wait to go to town so she can wear it. Like, she's like, are we going to town? Can I wear my shirt?
I think one day, because see, some of y'all that's been around for a while know that
TJ.
Dee has kind of adopted us.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's no kind of about it.
I don't want to assume. But I think one day this week we all just need to go to town.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put on my kilt. Mm. And we all wear the clothes that Dee has gotten everybody.
And we'll take pictures.
And we'll take some
That would
pictures.
be fun. Maybe we can do that like Friday, or maybe over the Memorial Day weekend when we've got the long weekend. We can do it. That would be cool.
Feast your eyes.
But yeah. So, so I learned something about Dee today. We were talking, and I was telling her about that we're thinking about getting some goats, and she was like, "Well, what good are goats for anyway? If it's just they just do clear brush." And I was like, "Well, we do have a metric crap ton of brush in our property, so it would be okay."
Now,
But they
for those that don't know, can you explain what a metric crap ton is?
It's a whole lot. So
because somebody like Broussard,
yeah. So
who doesn't know how to hit the start button on a Marco Polo, he might have a little hard time understanding that.
So he what was I gonna say?
I don't know. About the goats.
About the goats. So then I told her, I said, well, they make really good they make really good cheese, like feta cheese and chev, and we learned that because of Cattywampus, and she's done a really good job of taking the goat cheese, like the goaty taste out of stuff. And so she so I was telling her that, and she's like, "Oh, feta is my favorite." And she's like, "Oh no, Jason and I have something in common." I was like, "You have something else in common. You both love me." She's like, "Well, that's true." So that was pretty funny. But anyway, so TJ said, "Bears, you know how you told me if I ever got to doing stickers? Well, I'm doing a sampling once I get all the stuff in."
Let me tell you something, TJ. Your aprons.
Oh, yes.
Got worn today. Not only by myself, Robin,
and Ladessa, and Carol,
but by the Naked Gardener and Mrs. Naked Gardener.
Mm-hmm. And they worked wonders. Because they're black, they don't show any stains or anything.
And I ain't saying any names or anything, but somebody in the crowd... Somebody in that crowd
doesn't know how to keep his pants up.
Had some serious plumber's crack going on. And that individual's wife decided to get
take another apron and put it over.
No, I put the apron over.
Put it over like a cape.
Because this individual is my friend, and I was looking out for him because this individual's wife was trying to film the
the butt crack. Yeah,
to embarrass him on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And so he wore two, one in the front, one in the back.
Sticker magnets if the stickers work. Cool. I want some Marine Corps ones. I'm just saying. That goaty taste is what they are eating. If they eat nasty weeds, the milk reflects it. Feed them good alfalfa and some sweet feed, and keep them off the nasty weeds, and it's yummy milk. Well, we're just going to have nasty milk then.
Yep.
Metric crap ton equals greater than a bunch of BS. Exactly. But anyway, back up. Sunday, we had our brunch. It was like 40 degrees outside, but it was awesome. And Carol started a fire. And so she walked up to the front pasture to go get some of the wood because we had that tree that went down. So we were all sitting enjoying breakfast, mimosas, Bloody Marys, like it was awesome.
And the funny thing was, now this is, maybe it's just me, but Dee gave us a special recipe for the Bloody Marys. And like Robin said, it was like 40 degrees outside. The funny thing was, it seemed like after each Bloody Mary, the warmer I got. So there is something about that Louisiana recipe for a Bloody Mary.
It's the Tito's. They are with Big Bear Homestead or Broussard.
She asked about it.
Oh, for the apron. No, the aprons, I think. Tree down sounds like lumber to me. Yeah. So basically, what we ended up.
Hold on, time out. Mimsy, is everything okay? I want to make sure everything's okay with her.
It's probably close to time for her to get some good stuff. Some good stuff. Oh, yeah.
That was some good stuff. Yeah, it's the hot sauce. Yeah, I think it was something because it seemed like.
It was good.
Whew, the more I drank, the warmer I got. I don't know.
So I'm waiting for her, but in the meantime, so Carol all of a sudden just screams like bloody murder.
Can I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
Why are you telling this story?
Why not?
Because it stole like a decade from my life, and telling it again is going to steal another decade.
She said yes, sir. So anyway, she like screamed, and Jason and I dropped everything we were doing and took off running. Oh no, ma'am! Blood Mary made with clamato. He had screwdrivers, not mimosas. Don't ruin the orange juice. Is that what you told her? That putting champagne in it would ruin the orange juice? Because she told me that morning. She's like, he doesn't want to ruin the orange juice. But no, if you're going to make a proper Bloody Mary, you have to use Zing Zang Bloody Mary mix. It is the biggity bomb. Just saying. So we took off running, and anybody that's been to our property, we were on the back by the pond, and we had to run all the way up to the front of the front pasture. And so we took off, and we get up there, and Carol's like, look what I found! And we're like, and we had to scream for her a couple of times because we didn't know exactly where she was. And we finally found her, and got to her, and there were 2 bee swarms. 2 big bee swarms. So we went live. Some of you guys that are in here now were in there. And we did a live thing. We got them in the boxes, and we went back to enjoying mimosas and Bloody Marys. And then started doing some garden work. Getting some garden stuff done.
We just started doing some homes. And this is, if you guys got the email, this is kind of leading up to one of the announcements that I was talking about. You know, we've been a man down for the last 13 plus weeks, and it's been very hard to try to learn. We had to relearn a balance. We had to relearn a balance of
who does what.
Well, it's not really necessarily who does what, but it's trying to learn the balance of fitting everything that we want to accomplish in a day in, plus the extra chores that come with this type of season, with the season that we're in, with planting and getting the cows moving back on.
Couldn't have happened at a worse time because
getting
we're
the cows back on
running.
the rotating of the pastures, getting the egg mobiles up and moving, and doing any, like, we got the egg mobiles moving, and then boom, all 4 tires exploded. So we had to switch tires. We had to do the maintenance on that, and we had to re-shimmy some doors. I mean, we had a lot of maintenance stuff that we had to
get done
to get done, and so Robin was kind of doing maintenance stuff and planting, and then I was doing other maintenance stuff and getting things up and going, and then the telephone rang.
And it was funny because I had the speaker on the porch, and all of a sudden my speaker like kind of shut off a little, and then you heard this like bring, bring, and I was like, what was that? And so we answered the phone, and it was Blaze. He had his first Liberty, And so he called us, and we talked for hour and a half. Like, we kept telling him, we're like, go, like, have fun with Liberty. He's like, no, I want to talk to y'all and, and visit with y'all, which was super cool. So it was really neat because when I answered the phone, I was like, hello? And he's like, because I saw the 864 number, and I was like, and I answered the phone, and he didn't even say, hi, Mom, or anything. He was like, Happy Mother's Day. And I was like, oh. And so we talked to him for a while. He told us some pretty cool stuff. He has been, how do you say it? Meritoriously promoted. Yes. So he's going to put on a new chevron on his uniform. So that will be cool. And he's excelled at everything. Everything he's done, he's gotten like basically the best you can get. One thing he was telling us is that before this is really cool. Before he became squad leader, which I think I'm pretty sure we've told y'all that he became squad leader. He was kind of flying under the radar, and nobody was really paying him any attention until Pugil Sticks. And then when he went to Pugil Sticks, he knocked some guys.
He knocked him slap out and knocked his
mouthpiece out. And so the rule is if you knock a guy's mouthpiece out, you get to keep it. It's yours. And then they would put it on the table, like trophy in front table. Of their trophy table, and that was theirs. So he said when that happened, then he was kind of on everybody's radar. Who is this guy? And then when he became, squad leader, then that was that. But one thing I think that's really cool that shows me that Blaze has changed a little bit is that everybody knows he was kind of skinny when he went in. Kind of. He was really skinny. And he told us that he found out that, because we were always told, Jason knew from previous experience that the skinny guys got to eat twice, right? Yeah. They had like a special something that they got to eat twice.
They got double rations.
Double rations. So we just naturally assumed that he would be double rationed. We figured he was going to put on some weight.
Back in the day, it wasn't optional.
Right.
If you were very close, like he is, to the minimum weight requirement, your butt got double rations.
D, he hadn't seen the picture yet.
Yeah, he ain't seen the picture. Did we tell him today?
I think we told him about it, but he doesn't care. He's okay with it. He's fine with it. He's like that.
So, fast forward to today, and not only did we get a call, but we got a video call.
Yeah, we got a video call.
And we got to see him for the first time in his Charlies. Now, the Charlie uniform is the khaki short sleeve shirt.
T-shirt.
With the white t-shirt and the green pants.
He already has a little ribbon.
Yeah, it's a National Defense Service medal.
That's really cool.
They call it the Firewatch ribbon now because he gets
everybody gets it.
Because not everybody gets it. He just happened to join at the right time where he gets it because we have not signed a peace treaty yet from our declaration of war. So he's got that medal.
Yeah. So we were sitting today at the table, and so, everybody knows I've been following this Facebook group, and everybody said that they were going to get Liberty today from 1 to 4. And so I told Jason again, like I did last week, there's a possibility that we could get a phone call. Well, dumb me, last week he called my phone. Dumb me, I didn't have my phone on me. When Tori and Sydney got here, we were all visiting, eating, enjoying our time together. And Jason had his phone, and I even said, I was like, do you have your phone on you? Is it and I've been so big at, like, telling him to keep an eye on his phone, I just completely forgot about mine. And all of a sudden, his phone rings, and he was like, who's calling me from Texas? The only people we really know from Texas are sitting in our dining room. And so he picks up the phone, and he's like, dude, what are you doing calling from Texas? And And then I put together pretty quickly that it was Blaze. And he's like, hey, I'm trying to call y'all, on video chat on Mom's phone. And so he called us back. We video chatted for maybe 30 minutes, something like that. But he's so happy. Like, you could see it in his face. He is just grinning from ear, like Kool-Aid grin.
I love the fact that every time I see him, every time I talk to him now, I'm like, hey, Marine.
Mm-hmm.
And his face just lights
up. He gets this, like, Kool-Aid, like, yeah, that face. Kool-Aid grin. Perma-grin face. That's the face he gets. So it's pretty cute. So, yeah. But his voice is deeper.
That's just from screaming all the time.
His voice is very deep right now. He's very confident and very sure of himself. He doesn't cower like he used to. Like, he used to just kind of frump over, and now he's like, shoulder square back. What did I miss with the DI coming by? He was talking about being promoted or something, wasn't he? And what did the DI say?
I don't know what the DI didn't say anything, but I saw him walk by in the background, and I'm like, is that one of yours? Because if it was his, I was going to talk to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
so anyway, you could just kind of see they all kind of snap up a little bit.
Well, I mean, this situation that we're in now, this new normal, has really robbed people of a lot of different things. And for one, everybody's talking about, the high school graduation, seniors, and the college folks not getting their graduation. Well, you know what? They're not the only ones. These individuals that start out as punk kids and they make it through the transformation to become United States Marines, graduation is a big deal. And they're getting robbed of it. And it's a big deal for them. It's a big deal for parents, family members, girlfriends, wives.
Yeah, because it's a big deal. Like, when they do their graduation, it's a whole, 3 days. They start, Wednesday. And then they do a big motivational run on Thursday and let everybody go with their families for a little while on Thursday. And then Friday's graduation. And, that's a big deal. And they don't get to do any of that. I
mean, you get to go. There's a little Marine Corps history museum that's there on Paris Island.
You can go
they can go, and you can go and sit down, and you can have a meal with your new Marine, and you get to do all of these really once in a lifetime things with your new Marine that unfortunately we're going to literally have to wait till a time where Blaze has leave, and then go up there together, and we'll probably skip the Paris Island Marine Corps Museum and just go to Quantico and go to the real big one.
So this just sucks. I know I'm not supposed to be upset about this, but I am, because Jason gets to...
Hello from Chile.
Jason has been there. Jason has been to the Iwo Jima statue and all of that stuff. I've not been to Paris Island ever. I think it would be super cool to be able to walk where the footprints are, to be able to see all of the places and stuff, and we don't get to do that. And to be fair and honest, they don't want to go back. He doesn't, after he's been there, he doesn't want to have to go back and do that. So it's not like we could just plan a trip later and go do it, because it's kind of I really don't want to go back. So it's just one of those things. So anyway, we got to talk to Blaze today. That was awesome. And then it was okay, now that we've done that, now I'm motivated. Let's go do something. Look at what I did. I did something to my hand.
And so
bruise on my hand right there.
The Naked Gardeners,
Sydney and Tori,
came by yet again. They live here basically now. Which we don't mind.
No, they are awesome. They're awesome guests, and the thing is, they're both just very pleasant to hang out with, to talk with. We love to laugh, but they are not afraid to roll up sleeves and get elbow deep in whatever we're doing. Anytime we go, it's what can we do?
Well, this is the thing that I love about when they come. We have, for years, told everybody, we have an open gate policy. You want to come and learn, you set it up with us, and we will teach you whatever we know on whatever particular subject that you really want to learn about. We've had people that would say they want to come do it, and they're always trying to plan it around when they know something's being harvested or something because they think they're going to take something back home with them, but they never show up. They show up. And like you said, they're not afraid to roll up their sleeves, and they come in here and you can tell they are soaking everything up like sponges. Cause case in point, Sydney, he's not very big on blood and guts and being able to process animals and stuff.
Remember the not vegan, but not wanting to do a lot of meat.
Yeah.
That I mean, it's
my man he took charge today, and he went ahead and he took care of some chickens.
All from the process of catching them out of the pen,
to
putting them in the comb, to doing what needs to happen in the comb, to putting it on the table. I mean, to putting it to scald it, pulling it out, taking the feathers off because our plucker died on us.
Yeah.
So we were all ready to go, got the plucker out and everything. We go to plug it in and get it going.
The electric motor seized.
Nothing. And we were like, get them in there and let's see what happens. And we pulled them out and the feathers started coming. So we're like,
let's roll with
there's 6 of us. We can do this.
Yeah.
And so we were just going to do a couple. And then the next thing, I don't show up because I never got a real invite.
That's crap.
Whatever. That's crap. We just know that
you got invited.
You won't drive that
in
far.
person at the farmer's market.
Which anyway. So we
is it even open right now?
As soon as we have time and a few extra bucks, we're coming. So anyway,
yeah, but you better be pulling something.
They came in, and I'm gonna buy a camper and park it in your driveway. So
come on with it. Bring some boudin and some of those fried chicken beaks you've been talking about.
So we set up. And we're ready to go, and we're like, you know what? Let's just do this. And we started 1, and then we got to 2, and then it was just kind of like, let's just do them all. Let's just get the whole pen taken care of.
And I like the fact that, like with Sid, and even Tori too, they basically, when Sid was over at the killing station, learning exactly how to do it, Tori was over there with you, and she was learning all about the evisceration. And girl is not shy. Got fancy nails and everything, and went whoop right up a chicken's butt.
This is the part that I think is so cool. So when we first started going, Jason and I were pretty much doing everything to just kind of get everything going, because the first thing was the plucker goes out, and we're like, what are we going to do? Like, we're supposed to be teaching them how to do this stuff, and the plucker's not working. Like,
but you know, while we were doing it, you made a very good point. It ended up being a blessing for them, because they're not looking to be able to do it on a scale that we are.
They don't want to raise 100 birds at one time and try to process 25 at a time, or 50 or whatever. And so it's just the 2 of them.
They're not going to raise the number, so it's not really feasible for them to go and invest in a big plucker.
Right.
So being able to get hands-on, being able to scald it with a turkey fryer, and doing it all by hand.
On nothing fancy, but some fold-out tables, a few really good tools, and that was it. It was bare bones. And I love what she said. I'm so glad we got to learn the hard way. Because if you know you can make it through the hard way, anything else is cake. So that was what was really, really cool.
Now, I want to correct something right here. Because Suburban's swearing up and down she never got an invite.
She did say she always threatened to show up. I do remember that. But if we never gave you a formal invite, I apologize. I think it was always implied if we didn't give you one. Because our doors are open for anybody, especially
she's been here.
Somewhat locals.
She's been around so long,
very long time.
That I'm pretty sure she got one.
So anyway, we ended up scalding, doing the. But what I was going to say is what I really loved is that she really wanted to make sure that Sydney could tolerate it because I know in the back of her mind, she really didn't want to have to butcher all the chickens by herself.
Well, the very first time we were around with Sid and doing it, we had the plucker running. We had a chicken that on the last jerk come out of a kill zone. Out. Sydney didn't stop running until he reached like Mississippi.
He almost ran over Ladessa, if I remember correctly.
But he was there with it today, and he was.
But he knew it was going to happen. He was prepared. Mm-hmm. He knew a lot more at that time. And Tori had watched the video that they had put together, so she kind of knew what to expect too. Yeah. So.
And I just love to do stuff like that and watch people go from the initial I don't know if I can do this to the end going I can handle this like a boss. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what happened with them.
What I was going to say is, so you and I kind of started and took the bull by the horns because now we don't have the plucker. So we're like, and Ladessa's over there like a champ with Carol trying to get the feathers out. And Tori gets over there and starts helping with it. And so Sydney and I were doing the butcher, and I was kind of showing him what I was doing and how I was doing it. And if you've ever butchered a chicken before, if it's been a while since you've butchered one, you have to fudge a couple of them before you really figure out, get back into the muscle memory of doing everything. It's kind of like when you're riding a bike, if you haven't ridden a bike for a while, or skating, like if you roller skate. If you haven't roller skated in a long time, it takes you a minute to get your balance and get back to where you're comfortable again. And so when Sydney was here last time, we were still getting our balance. Like, we were still trying to remember exactly how to do things because it had been a while since we'd butchered our own chickens. Mm-hmm. And so today we got into that rhythm, and it was funny because you saw the first couple the very first one I nicked the intestines, and that was fun. And as we hosed it out, got it all cleaned out, got everything done with it, and then we started moving on to the next one. And after a while, it was just like, it was muscle memory. And then all of a sudden we look up and we have this chain, this, what's it called? Line. Mm-hmm. What's it called? When you have a
assembly line.
You had an assembly line. And so, Jason was over butchering the chickens, and then they would rotate. Like, Tori would go over and nick the neck, and then she would rotate back to me, and Sydney would go over there. And what I thought was neat, all of that to say, this is what I was getting at, is Jason and I were doing it at the beginning, and then Tori was like, okay, so show me how to do this part. Show him how to do it. She was like, we're ready to be elbow deep in this. Show us, give us a knife, let us. And by the end of it,
they were doing it.
Sydney was taking the tail feather off where the oil gland is. And, I would look over to go look at the chicken, and the feet were already off. The tail feather was already off. He would get it where the crop and the esophagus were out, and we'd kind of loosen that up.
Yeah, by the last 3 or 4, we were kind of just sitting back, and they were running it.
Mm-hmm. So it was really cool to be able to do that. And so we knocked out, I think we counted 14 or 15 chickens in a couple hours.
So Dixie Living Homestead, she's asked twice.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't. Will there be a get-together this month? We weren't planning on it.
We weren't planning on it, but there are no restrictions in our state. Maybe not in May. No, I don't. I just don't think we're gonna be able to pull one off this year.
I don't think we'd be able to have a big one. Mm-mm. Just ask Carol how to wring a neck, or was that that was Carol?
Since all of this stuff happened, because unfortunately...
Thanks, Tori.
The Bayou Bash got canceled this week. We automatically, because of Blaze's graduation, we canceled ours a long, long time ago. But when all this happened and they closed down Paris Island, we haven't really discussed whether or not we were going to have one, because we just automatically already told everybody that we weren't going to have it because of Blaze's graduation. So we are more than likely 99.99999% not going to have any type of meetup. But if you want to come and hang out, by all means, come on.
I would say Saturday would be a good day.
Saturday, if you guys, you know.
If anybody that's somewhat local wants to come hang out on Saturday.
Yeah, suburban.
Our gate is open.
Come on.
Let us know you're coming.
Just let us know you're coming. And
Honey Hollow wants to know, anybody process a Muscovy duck? We have.
Yes.
We skinned it, though. We did not pluck it. So, Terry was asking, what has everybody got planted right now?
oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Or no, Windswept did, maybe. It was Windswept. And Tori answered. So, we have a crap ton of snow peas. Well, no.
Well, we did.
We have a crap
Sydney
ton
showed up.
of snow pea plants.
Yeah, now.
But between Ladessa and Sydney,
We got like 2 snow peas left.
now we have, he'd just shoot me. No, he wouldn't. I'm on my way. Come on with it.
Come on. Don't tease. Do not
Don't
tease.
play with my emotions.
Don't play with my emotions.
Is what I wish I could say. Exactly. Chris and I are coming and we'll bring the tent. Come on.
Come on with it.
Come on with it. Just let us know you're coming. That's all we need.
No, look, Robin and I, for real. Next weekend's a long weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend.
And we're probably going to be I'm probably going to be in my feelings a little bit.
Yeah,
just
so
gonna let you know.
Come help Robin get out of her feelings. If you're close.
Oh, Mark Krieger asked if it's easier to skin than pluck. No, not if you dunk it in 145 to 160 whatever temperature of water, and you put it in there for a decent time and then pull it out. Hey, Amy, what's up?
Amy, for real.
And I think I saw it was Amy. Yeah, Amy Broussard is in here too. So if you actually dunk them in the hot water and then pull them out when the feathers start to pull, it works pretty, I mean, it's a pretty quick process.
Yeah.
Like, if you get it at the right temperature, those feathers will come right out.
They fly off.
And go ahead.
We're going to be because we still have another batch to process, and we're going to be shooting a video. We got some really cool tools from McMurray Hatchery.
We got a chance to test drive them today.
We test drove them today, and oh yeah,
That's where it's at, y'all. Just saying.
Definitely. I know Sid and Tori, the Naked Gardeners, they're going to be ordering their pair.
Theirs. Oh yeah, most definitely.
And it made life a whole lot easier.
Yeah. Yeah, we it made a considerable difference in our in our process. I think if we hadn't had those, we probably wouldn't have done nearly as many as we did.
So, we're getting ready to be in the month of June in a couple weeks. That means we're halfway through the year.
Ooh, what'd you get? Yeah, game changer. Exactly. That's what they need to name it. I'm just saying.
That means you have 2 conferences left.
No, we haven't tried the drill powered plucker yet.
You have the Homesteading Life Conference in Hannibal, Missouri. Put on by Doug and Stacy. And then, of course, you have this Super Bowl. The Homesteaders of America.
Suburban, I know Cattywampus did.
That's all you got left. I know. I talked with Doug the other day, and they are full steam ahead. He is talking with everybody there on a weekly basis, and as far as he knows, as of when did I talk to him? Friday? Saturday? No, today's Saturday.
No.
So it would have been Thursday
or Friday.
They are full steam ahead. Amy's in here, I'm pretty sure, because, October's a long way away.
Haven't heard anything about that yet. Yeah.
They're full steam ahead. Mm-hmm. So, if you were planning on going to one of the other ones that unfortunately got shut down because of the virus, switch.
Let's not talk about the conference. Hyperventilating. You still got plenty of that.
Switch your plans, and if you bought plane tickets to go to the Shindig or something like that, and you can't get them refunded, see if they'll switch your destination and go to Hannibal or go to HOA. And coming, you will not regret going to either one of those. Mm-hmm. We're just hoping that they're able to put them on so we can go.
Still got to find somebody to watch our place, though.
I got that covered.
So, anyway. So, I'm exhausted. Oh, so I got acupuncture this week.
Oh, boy.
What?
Well, tell your story.
So,
You can't drop a nugget out like that,
So, I don't know how many people know this, but I get really bad spasms in my shoulder blades underneath my shoulder blades. And I used to always tell Jason, my back would hurt. And then, hold on, that was a couple years ago. And then he finally started rubbing my back, and he would feel where the spasms were. He didn't believe me for a little while.
You are, okay, you're going to get hit by lightning.
He didn't believe me for a little while. I think he wanted me to, I think he was thinking that I was trying to get some, extra attention since he was getting all the back attention all the time. So.
You can't even say that with a straight face.
Anyway, so I get these really bad spasms in my back underneath my shoulder blades.
Right over here, isn't it? Ah! Tell more lies about me. Tell more lies about me.
You better be glad that I was as far away as I was, because you were about to get it.
I went right there.
Yeah, you were about to get it. Put you on the prayer wall, please. I got some not so good test results and have to get more tests done. Absolutely, we will.
Who said that?
Terry. Okay. Mark has been getting those too. Horrible pain, yeah. Was it caused by couples yoga? No. I've been getting them since I was in high school. And so recently, within the last probably month, it's gotten pretty bad. And sometimes it gets to the point where, I won't even be able to turn my head. I'll get to, right here, and it'll pinch. And so, I guess it was Wednesday night, I was almost in tears. It hurt. And I was like, Jason, come rub my back. And he's like, he started pushing on it, and he's like, baby. He's like, you need to come see Doc tomorrow. And I'm like, Well, then I got to work Thursday morning, and...
Well, you were going no matter what, because when I asked you, are you planning on it? If you would have said no, I was coming, and I was throwing you over my shoulder, and I was going to put you in the truck.
So anyway.
Okay, push the buttons if you want to.
So I went and met them there, and he was like, so what's going on? And so I showed him. Well, he put one hand on my neck, and he was like, whoa. And then he started feeling down my shoulder, and he's like, oh my God. I'm like, yep, told ya.
Well, April, I'll tell you what. Come here. If you're able to come next weekend for the Memorial Day weekend.
Or maybe she's saying I do.
He'll be here. I know if I tell him some people are coming and they want to get acupuncture for the first time, he'll come.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Suburban, I've not always been this heavy-chested. So even when I was in high school, I used to get them. I've had them for years. So anyway, so I sat down in a chair, and one time before I had said something about it, and it wasn't that bad. And so he has this it almost looks like a car buffer. and it's got the handles, and he just, and so time before, yeah, for me, and so he hit me with that, and I was like, okay, it kind of chopped it up. Well, this time he started with that, and he was like, yeah, that ain't
working.
That ain't even.
I mean, we usually have a little tiny get together here on Memorial Day weekend, and we weren't going to do it this year because
Blaze's
of
graduation.
Blaze's graduation. But now that we can't go to that, we told the people that are real close by, if they want to come and hang out, they're more than welcome. If you and Mark want to come down, come on.
On Saturday.
Come on. It'd be great. Bring Junior.
Bring the child. Bring the man-child.
Yeah.
So anyway,
him and his 21 kids that he wants to have.
So he started just kind of working on my neck a little bit, and I was like, why is he messing with my neck? Like, it's not my neck. But it really was. So he started working on these muscles here and was trying to kind of lock, do everything. And a long time later.
I would absolutely love if you and Mark came, Amy. I would be tickled pink if y'all came down.
So he ended up working on me. Well, the funny part about the whole thing was after he was done, I was like, oh, you got it. And he even broke out the ultrasound, was trying to bust it up with the ultrasound. I mean, he tried everything. And so he busted up that, and then he looked at me and he goes, so,
you're going to be sore and you're going to bruise.
You're going to be sore. You need to put ice on this for the next couple of days. And I was like, what? And it was starting to throb and burn because it was messed up. And so it ended up, it bruised pretty good. I had a pretty decent sized bruise, and it's still really tender to the touch, but no spasm underneath my shoulder blade.
See, that's even another reason why they got to come.
What? The baby?
The baby.
That's what I was saying. Go put that baby to bed, Amy. Thanks for dropping by and saying hi. So he did put a needle in me twice in my traps. Mm-hmm. Not a fan.
Your face was hilarious.
Not a fan. Not a fan at all. But it was amazing to feel how it worked. Mm-hmm. Because he stabbed me right here. God, it hurt so bad. And so he stabbed me right there, and, you felt the little prick when he put it right to the skin, and then he flicks it, and you can feel it go down into the muscle. And he started to kind of work it around, and you could feel the muscle just, release. And I was like, oh. And he did that twice, but both times I was not.
Yeah, your face was hilarious. And I was like, I wonder if I make that same face.
Mm-hmm. You do. I'm sure you do.
Because the initial when he thumps it's
kind of
it's a needle stick.
Yeah.
It's no different than when you go get them. They do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the relief that comes with it. Oh, excuse me.
Do I get migraines from the lockup? I do get migraines. I don't know that they necessarily coincide, but he's obviously saying yes. I get migraines once a month, and I'll just leave it at that. And it seems to coincide with being anemic. Once I get some good old-fashioned red meat, I start to perk up. We get a burger, get a steak, something like that. I start to feel much better. So, but yes, I do get migraines, and Jason is saying that they coincide, so I trust him. I'm sure he knows way before I do on anything like that. Remember that he nailed my hands to my... Yes. Oh, my God. That was hilarious. Jason freaked out. He was like, Robin, my hands are stuck to my legs. I was like, what?
Well, he went through my hands.
He went through his hands, through his pants, into his legs.
He had some finger strength that day when he was thumping.
So bad. But it was funny.
And,
So, but anyway, all that to say, I feel like we've like messed up everything that he accomplished because now my back is like screaming from being out there.
well, my back's a little scream too.
Because and we've talked about this, and we'll get it done, and we'll show you pictures of it once we get it and do a video on it. But we're planning on putting together a whole station. Mm-hmm. And one thing that we already knew this, but it definitely was solidified today that we need to make sure that the table height is like chest high, because we definitely don't need to be, because it's one thing if you're like completely bent over, that's one thing, but when you're at that like just slight bend, like these muscles back here are hurting like super bad. What?
You got me jumpy.
Well, stop being so mean to me. How are the beehives doing? We only have one now.
I think it was the same swarm. They just broke down.
Yeah, that's what Jason's, and I think he might be right. Good night, Suburban. Have a good evening.
Yeah.
Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I really do think that they kind of combined to one, because the one that's there now is super, super, super active. So it seems like they may have combined, and because now it looks like it's a pretty super strong hive. And that was one thing we were hoping we would be able to do with Sydney, but it's not the right time of day. We can't move them in the middle of the day.
What we're going to do is, I thought about it, is we're going to hook the tractor up to the rope and have it tight, and then just ease the tractor forward to drop the rope. Because I got to thinking about that for the ones out in the woods and stuff, the two that we got to collect down there. You know, it's going to be a little bit of a fight. Mm-hmm. And so one of the things I want to do either tomorrow or Monday night is get the swarm traps at least down on the ground.
See, that's tricky because, night time doesn't even come till like 9 o'clock at night. Yeah. So it's going to be, it's going to be a late night, whatever night we do that. So
if I can just get them, get the traps or the because they're on deer stands. Mm-hmm. If I can just get them lowered,
then that way we could.
Because like with the one that's on the climbing stand, if I can get it situated, tied up, and get the rope over a limb or something where you guys could just hold it.
Leverage, right.
Hold it. I lower the climbing stand down.
And it'll just come with it.
To a certain point. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it can come. Mm-hmm. You guys can hold the weight. I lower it down a little bit, and then you release it. Lower it down a little bit, release it.
Right.
And we can work it down that way.
And I'm confident with something like that because the four of us are a super strong team. So anything like that we'll have no problem with at all.
I mean, literally, it's just like tug of war. We just tie you around as the anchor.
Oh, great.
It's just science. It's just leverage then. And all you have to do is take a step forward. Take a step forward. Take a step forward. I'm not calling you fat. It's leverage. It's science. Whatever.
Sin wants to know if you have bee suits. We do, but we need to replace them.
Yes.
They're no bueno. We learned that Sunday when we went to go take care of those hives. We need all new. We even need new hive material. Yeah, hive stuff.
We're gonna have to be dropping a.
That reminds me. Sid bought me a saddle for Jaja.
I could have gone the rest of the night not talking about that. Why don't you go get it?
Because I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna do a picture of it on Instagram. So it's a little jean dress kind of apron. Saddle, not apron, that goes on Jaja. Jaja's just not big enough yet, but she will be pretty soon. They're growing leaps and bounds.
You put that thing on that chicken, and that chicken turned and looked at me and said, "Kill me now."
No, she did not. No, she didn't. She just sat down and was like, "I'm all pretty now."
That's not what that was.
Yeah, it was.
No, that chicken was like, "Can somebody just kill me now?"
That was pretty cool. It is super cool. And it's made by a company called Hen Couture. And so, like, on the back, like, there's a little jean pocket on the back of the...
why does the chicken need a pocket?
And it says HC, like, Hen Couture, and it's, like, all fancy scribed. It's really cool. I love it. Jason's like, oh, my God, don't. And I'm like, what? I put it on her. She was like, not feeling it because it's still big on her because she's still a pullet. She's not quite a hen yet, so but it won't be long. Does this make my fluffy butt look big? It is super cute. It has little ruffles across the bottom, so like, and it's very well made. Like, if you're I love you, Jason. If you're in the market for saddles for your chickens, if you think that you really do need one because you don't have, a way to protect, like Terry, this would be something you might want to look into because right now your ratio is kind of off. It's to kind of help them so that they don't lose those feathers when the rooster is trying to mate. And so this is a very well made, like the material is nice, and I mean, it's a sturdy saddle. So, anyway, I love that you have a pet chicken. What was funny is, so they were trying to surprise me and got the girls to go get my chicken because we've moved them out onto grass now, and we're moving them on the grass until they start laying, and then we're going to transfer them into an egg mobile. And so I go out and visit her every morning, and I tell her hi and everything. The company's called Hen Couture. I think they got it on Amazon, though. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Sydney Tori. But, so, they came in, and LaDessa came in, and she was like, here, I opened up the thing, and she's like, here's Jaja. And I looked at her, and I looked at Sydney, and looked at all of them. I'm like, that's not Jaja. And everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, that's not her. How do you know? And I'm like, that's not her. Look at her face. It's not her. Well, which one is it, Mom? Look at the one who doesn't have the full black across her face. It's only like half of it. That's why I picked her out, because she was different than everybody else. So then they brought her in, and I was like, there's my Jaja. And she like jumped onto me, and she jumped onto my hands, and then she got on my shoulder, and then she crawled in my hair, like, and she wanted to poop on me, so then it was time to go back outside. So yeah, she wanted to poop on me because I tried to make her wear that saddle. That was her payback. So Lone Star Living, awesome. He said, just got in, finishing up our mobile chicken coop. Yay.
That makes me happy.
Wish the tutu hadn't been on back order. Yes, we got it on Amazon. Cool.
That Lone Star, that makes me so happy. You're
yes.
another one that's been with us for so long, and we have watched you start to grow.
Yes. In
this and doing more and more and more. So that makes us really happy.
What were the circumference of a chicken be for size? Asking for a friend. I have no idea. Like, I really don't know. Like, I've thought about making a tutu for her, but I would literally have to take, like, and fit it on her and make it, something like that. So, someone dropped off 2 little dogs near our house the other day. So now, needless to say, we have 2 new dogs. Oh. Poor babies.
Okay, so let me tell you some things that are getting ready to come. I know we've been teasing you guys for a couple of weeks, talking about more videos are coming.
Keep saying we're coming, but...
Well, starting Monday, they're coming. We have not been able to think of a decent contest for the naming of the brown calf. That's what we refer to him as.
Dessa calls him Brownie for right now.
So we're going to basically put our heads together. Doc and his wife and his beautiful baby girl are coming over tomorrow.
I love her.
And so we're probably even going to rope them in to helping to try to come
figure out a
thing. So that email will be out Monday or Tuesday. So be looking for that. We've got a lot. I got a lot of footage. I mean, some stuff has been shot and it just needs to be finished. And it needs to be edited.
I was feeling like I was watching Ben and Meg Holler's video the other day, and they were saying, they're like, we've shot a lot of film, we just haven't put out a lot. And that's basically where we're at right now. Mm-hmm. We've shot a lot of film, and we just haven't been able to sit down and do any editing. And so that's where what Jason was saying is,
because I literally have 2 weeks of school left, and my last class is pretty much a self-taught class, and I get to really kind of go at my own pace. And most of the time I'm kind of dragging my feet come Wednesdays, because you have to post 2 things to be considered participation, but they can't be on the same day. Really have 3 posts to make, but they all can't be on the same day.
You're starting on a Tuesday,
and so by Wednesday I'm kind of like, okay, let me go make this post, and
come Friday he's like,
I'm done. And
so the whole weekend he can do whatever.
And so we've been really catching up and putting a lot of duckies in a row these last couple of weeks. And so all I ask is y'all help us get the word out that we're putting these videos and stuff back out. We got some very good educational ones coming. They basically pretty much just got to be edited. Some projects that we built here, we got some really, really good ones. We dropped the ball on a couple of collaborations, like the one with Mama Z, the Scotch eggs. We do apologize for that, and we were trying to get it, but lights just went.
Our lighting stinks in our house for filming. Like, it is not good. So that's the problem, is we go to start a video and do a video, and then we get the film and we're like, this is just not.
I mean, because you guys have probably noticed we haven't really been in a lot of live streams either. We haven't been in any of really Two Families, and we never really missed their Monday or Tuesday ones, because...
Well, you've been in some of them.
I've helped Daryl a lot, and, of course, you guys, some of you know I do call in with my secret identity and try to make everybody laugh. I haven't really even been in Jess and Jeremiah's live stream, where I feel bad because I'm a moderator in that one. And so it's just that we've been this year for us has been since February. And I'm not making excuses. These are just the reality of the situation here, is that we have we weren't expecting Blaze to leave until next month.
Yeah, like literally
he's already a Marine.
Yeah, he was supposed to leave in June. And so now we went from thinking we had till June to get our duckies in a row, that now we had to hit the ground running and just kind of adapt, and it's been crazy.
We had to improvise, adapt,
and overcome.
And we still had to get the female. Who's in there?
Leia's in there with Han now.
With Han now, and they're let's get it on. And we had to build the milking stanchion, and we, like, Daisy caught us off guard. And, and threw that calf faster than we thought she was going to. Calf Pal drug it out for us. And, now...
Yay!
Awesome sauce. Now we're waiting on Delma. Like, I still haven't been able to pull the calves off of...
What does Jason's shirt say?
Let me finish this, and because this shirt has a story.
Okay. Finish this calf stanchion.
We haven't been able to pull the calves off because we went to go put them back in the first new, and one of our Muscovy ducks had walked in there and started a nest, and now she's in the sitting phase. So we're kind of like, oh, what do we do with the calves?
28 days, because they'll step on them.
Yeah, because they'll just stomp all over that nest. And we need Muscovy ducks, especially because, we've been steadily moving forward with big plans for 2020. And that's one of the things that I'm going to be talking about in one of the upcoming videos, is how, when the stuff first hit, we went out and we purchased some things.
Good night, Anna.
Because we didn't really know
what was going on.
What was going on, and involvement and people getting sick and everything. So we went out and
put things on pause for right now.
You know, and plus we had a whole nother family living with us
for a while.
And so, but we haven't bought anything since then. You know?
Oh, we've bought stuff for like entertaining people.
Yeah.
Like when people come over, we've entertained, and you know, and then like when we had my my Mother's Day thing, it was shrimp and grits, so we had to go get shrimp, you know, that kind of stuff. But we've been doing fairly well. We've got a lot growing out there. We have a lot of stuff in the freezer.
Yep.
So.
And so we're gonna have our very first garden tour video is gonna be coming up, and so we've been steadily moving forward.
I feel like what's probably going to happen is when January hits of 2021, we're probably going to go full steam ahead with big plans. Like it's going to be, come 2021, it's going to be a reset year, and we're going to do everything that way. So I look for that to be, you know, the thing that we end up doing. We just had to put... This whole thing has made everybody put their lives on pause. Mm-hmm. Every plan that you've had to put on pause, and we're not an exemption to that. We've had to put things on pause and kind of reset things and do things a little bit different this year.
That is true.
But it's definitely still our goal to get there. So.
Now, let me tell you another thing that I kind of got going on the side. And he might get mad at me, but I don't care because I need y'all's help. Brett Broussard and I are... Some of y'all that's been around long enough remember when Wayne from Wayne's Country Living and I did a weight loss challenge. Well, me and Brett have kind of picked that back up, and we are doing it. The funny thing is that when we started this, we were the exact same weight. And but he's like 8 foot tall. And so we are kind of hovering right about at the same weight right now. But he's life has thrown a couple of curveballs, and you know, so he's struggling. So if y'all are friends with Brett, or you can Marco Brett, or you can send him a message
Facebook,
in his Facebook,
comment on a video,
comment in his live stream on Thursdays. Just really help me encourage him and get him motivated, because he's losing his motivation a little bit, and trash talk can only get you motivated so much. And so if you guys could help me keep him motivated, keep him focused, I would really appreciate that. And
they love you too, Tori. They really enjoy getting to visit with y'all.
And because, I mean, let's face it, y'all, we're not getting any younger. And so we really do need, especially with all these stupid viruses and stuff coming out, we need to take better care of ourselves. And with that means we have to watch our weight. And that's one of the things that me and Brett, when all this thing first started, that we realized, you know what, we're fat guys. And so we need to lose this weight. And so we put this together to kind of help keep each other motivated, and he kind of wanted to keep it quiet, but my boy is starting to lose motivation, and so I need y'all's help to help fire him back up, get him motivated, tell him he can, send him encouraging thoughts, encouraging words, pray for us both, and help just keep him focused and keep him motivated. Now, Miss D asked...
I don't know what his goal weight is.
I don't know. Yeah, you
I
know
don't
what?
think we've asked him.
We never shared that with each other. My goal weight...
Bless you.
My ultimate goal weight is between 180 and 200 pounds.
200 is where he needs
Robin doesn't want me to get below 200.
Sid needs to know what the challenge is. He needs it.
And so, but Brett has never really shared
said
that.
what his is.
What his goal weight is.
I think he would be good at about 200.
I think he'd
Jason.
probably be good I think Brett's probably going to be good about 210, 220, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he's a little bit taller.
Because he's like 6'2", I think.
Really?
I think so. He's a tall boy.
All right, so talk about your shirt.
All right, this shirt was given to me by one of our long-term subscribers, long-term friend. She's been super busy for like the last year. She used to be our head moderator, but she has just been overwhelmed and super busy
with life.
Mm-hmm. She packed up and she went from New Jersey to Kentucky and basically hit the reset button on her life. And she's, from my understanding, she is doing amazing. We don't get to talk as much as we used to,
but she's super busy.
She's super busy, and so she sent me this shirt a long time ago.
She sent me a necklace that had Mama Bear and had the little cubs on it. It was really cool.
And it's Kitty's Homestead, and it says,
what doesn't kill you makes
you stronger, except bears. Bears will kill you. And she said she saw it, she thought of me, and sent me the shirt. And so that's where the shirt came from.
Are you going to be doing another weight loss challenge?
We're kind of already doing it, but we haven't.
The two of them,
we haven't. Brett really doesn't want to make
it public-ish
videos and stuff about it, and I respect that. I may make a couple of videos, share with you guys what we're doing. My diet that I'm doing with this weight loss challenge is I'm counting calories, and the reason why I'm doing that is that way it doesn't really upset the household meal plan and stuff, because I can eat whatever it is that they're going to eat. It all depends on my calorie count, and so that does seem to keep, because like
it says we need someone to do an Eye of the Tiger song for you and Brett with a Rocky Tiger King vibe. That would be funny.
Okay.
That would be super funny.
Is it back? Is the chat back? Alright, you guys do me a favor. If you can still see us in the chat, please hit a thumbs up. I probably got to refresh my screen. I'm going to refresh my screen.
Okay, refresh your screen.
See what happens.
Do 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 do.
Okay. Bam, bam,
we're back.
All
I'll
right,
tell you what. Set an end date for the challenge, and I'll give you $1 per pound that you both lose. So if you each lose 50 pounds each, I'll donate $100 to you, and you split it with him. Okay?
Okay. I will talk to him about it. Thank you, Dragon's Talon. That is awesome.
We'll find out what his goal weight is, and because Jason would be, if he wants to get down to 200, it's about 50 pounds. 60 pounds.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll see what he wants to do, and then we'll let you know.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome. Thank you, Dragon's Talon. That's really cool. I appreciate that.
Very cool. Thanks. Okay, so.
Well, guys, we have not had dinner yet.
No, we literally, when they got here, we had a few little snacks. We didn't even have lunch, really. We had they had some pinwheels. Yeah, and they had some pinwheels, so I think we had like 2 pinwheels and some chips. So that's all we've had. That's pretty much all I've had today. I didn't even have breakfast. So it's time to put some chow in the belly. So, all right. Well, thanks for tolerating us and hanging out with us, even though we don't put out any content.
That's changing.
It's going to happen.
That's changing.
Because
well, for one, the Dragon's Talon's milking stanchion.
That's happening this week.
It's done.
Yeah, it is done.
It's done. It's built. It's complete. Now, the whole Dragon's Talon dairy is not complete, but the milking stanchion
is done. Yes.
And so you guys are going to be seeing that video this week, because hopefully we're going to be milking tomorrow night.
Yeah, we just gotta. Well, and yeah, we'd said we haven't been able to put the calves up because
we're gonna be putting them in where we normally put the pigs until
we can figure things out. Yeah,
move them. So, guys,
he's at 295. Wow, he wears that well.
He's tall.
He does not look like he's 295.
He's tall.
Wow. Okay, so he needs about 50. Yeah, so everybody is looking at about 50 pounds. I don't know about, I'm good with you just naming a milking stool after me, and that's all. Well, but to be fair, I mean, nothing against you or anything, but I really don't want to be sitting on your name. So, I mean, I think the actual stanchion would be better to have your name on it than a stool. So, yeah. Anyway. So y'all have a good evening. Thanks for stopping by and
remember to plant smiles.
Grow giggles.
And harvest the love.
You always crack me up with that.
Recycle, reuse, repurpose, keep stuff out of the landfill.
300 at 6.3.
And give that wildlife a chance. Turn off the news, y'all. Turn it off. Don't listen to it. And be kind to one another. Be safe out there. Use common sense. Be safe. And we'll see you guys live next week. Right here. Same bear time.
Same bear channel. Good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody.